everyone, this is Wyatt Jackson here with Adventures into Odyssey. Welcome to this podcast, and today, no episode review, but I'm just going to be discussing some of the latest Adventures in Odyssey news. Hang on, let me remove these headphones here, that way I can hear myself better. So, as I said before, I'm going to be discussing some of the new Odyssey news with the newest Rydell Revelations trailer, and I'm also going to be discussing some podcast news. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Podcast news first. So, my podcast was recently reviewed and accepted on both Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts, so that is amazing. You should be able to find them by searching in Adventures into Odyssey on either Apple or Google. And they're also available on my platform, which I forget what my platform is at the moment, but oh well, it's Sounder, that's what it is. So my podcasts are available on Sounder, Apple, and Google, which I'm very happy about, because I wasn't sure how long it would take to get them reviewed with the current situation here. And so speaking of the current situation, with all the COVID-19 stuff going on, when I was originally thinking of doing this podcast, I thought that I'd have guests here, and since I am quarantined in my house, that's not going to be happening. But I promise as soon as the whole situation resolves, I'll try to get some guests on to discuss adventures with me. So now, speaking of adventures, this is how it's going to work. Every Monday, there's going to be a new episode that I'm going to be reviewing, and there might be tidbits like this one that I'll squish in at any time in the week. Whatever comes up, if there's something big with Adventures in Odyssey, I will squish it in to the podcast. So, something to look forward to. Every Monday, a new episode. I'm not sure what time, but whatever. I'll have them pre-recorded. I already have a few pre-recorded. So, without further ado, let's get into the big topics. If you were looking at the AIO Wiki, or connected on social media on Facebook to Adventures in Odyssey, you would have known that today Adventures in Odyssey premiered the 6 Rydell episodes. These episodes include Parker for President, The Key Suspect, Secret of the Writer's Ruse, The Good in People, A Sacrificial Escape, and Further from the Truth. And for the record, Further from the Truth has not been released on radio yet. So that was a big thing. Further from the Truth has also been released on the club, though, so with the 1 month free Adventures in Odyssey, it was kind of already out there. So anyway, they did a big video, they released all these episodes, and then, at the very end, they did a premiere of the Rydell Revelations Part 1. In case you're not aware, the Rydell Revelations is a 3-parter episode that's going to come at the beginning of Album 69, Best Kept Secrets. The Rydell Revelations is a 3-parter, and all will be revealed about the saga. I can hardly wait. And just today, they released their, as of April 1st, April Fools, they released a premiere. And this premiere is only available 24 hours since 5 o'clock p.m. It is now 9 o'clock as I'm recording this, so please, if you want to check that out, go. I also recorded it on GarageBand because I want to listen to it again, so I'm not worried there, but if you want to listen to this premiere, it is amazing. Like, let me tell you. Oh, So it's such a good premiere in the fact that we don't actually hear what Maury is up to. We almost hear it, and then Phil Lawler cuts it. But it is such a good premiere. And it shows you 2 scenes of the new thing. I'm going to be doing a brief discussion on these 2 scenes because they've already released it to the public and it's not confidential information. It's not like it's on the club. Anyone can view it on the Facebook page right now. So, we get a continuation of the last conversation between Whit and Emily in Further from the Truth. This conversation is continued. If you recall, if you have heard Further from the Truth, Emily is about to tell Whit who she thinks the voice is, and Whit says who? But now we get a continuation of this conversation. Emily says she doesn't want to reveal yet because she has to get proof, which, fair enough. So Whit says, okay, well, I'll help you. And she's like, nope, I'm doing this on my own. Oh, and I should have said this at the beginning, but if you don't want your opinion to be tainted by this review, just turn off the podcast because it's a spoiler alert, basically. So then, we go to an amazing scene with Maury Rydell. And, oh, you gotta listen to this scene. Like, literally, go and listen to this scene before April 2nd, 5 p.m. If you listen to this podcast, you gotta go to their Facebook page and listen to it. It is such So basically the thing is, Maury's up there, he says Emily's kidnapped Suzu, which, okay, wow, that's incredible. And he found Emily's phone, and he found the video, and then Maury tells Whit, Maury says to Whit, she was getting so close to the truth. And Whit's like, what is the truth? And then Phil Lawler cuts it out, and he's like, oh man, I really wanted to hear that conversation, and we'll have to hear it in June. So this is the first time Focus on the Family's ever done an episode premiere like this, and it got me pumped up for the episode. I'm so happy, and I cannot wait to hear the Rydell Revelations parts 1, 2, and 3. So, that is all I have for right now. Remember, A Victim of Circumstances will be coming out on Monday, my review of that episode. And after that, I will be starting a new series, so that's something to look forward to. But for right now, this is Wyatt Jackson with Adventures into Odyssey, signing off. Bye, guys.